Here's one shocker for you. Here's an old colleague of yours, right? Don Lemon. Don Lemon is going and doing Man on the Streets. By the way, just so Don, it takes a lot of courage to post this. When you do Man on the Streets, you have the ability to manipulate. You have the ability, if you get 90 clips that are all bad against you and 10 clips that are all good for you, you get to choose the 10 good clips and only 2 of the 90 and make it seem like 80% is for what you're standing for. Play this clip, Rob, and see what happens when Don goes on the streets here. And then he has a conversation with Jen Psaki, and Jen ends up having a temper tantrum. We'll play both clips. Go ahead and play this clip, Rob.
I've been talking to a lot of black men. They say they're supporting Donald Trump. Do you believe that? But who are you voting for?
Donald Trump.
Trump. I have to go Trump, man. You said Trump.
Yes. I think they are, and I think the reason why, the money he gave away last time he was in office is what they're looking for again.
What money?
Even if it was illegally or legally, the PPE loans, stimulus, and stuff like that.
That wasn't him.
Who was that? Obama?
That was a Democratic Congress.
Oh, that was
he doesn't give away money.
I didn't know that. I didn't know what they probably think that's what the case is.
They're actually looking and seeing who's going to benefit me more. Let me not just make a blind vote.
He run with the color people. He run with our type. That's why we like him, because he's more for us.
I think a lot of black men, they want something different. They don't just want to follow the black vote.
Are y'all in the same household?
Yes, sir.
He kind of feel like his vote doesn't count almost. That's the part that's kind of discouraging.
Yeah. The top people see a difference, but the bottom people don't see a difference too much. It takes a long time for us to see a difference.
Stuff happened with George Floyd. I say he gave us stimulus checks. Even though that was nothing, he didn't have to do that. He still blessed us with stimulus checks.
He didn't do the stimulus checks. He didn't want to do it. That was a Democratic Congress. He only held it up to get his name on the check.
That's not true.
I did not know that. F Trump, man. Yeah, right. I don't like Trump no more. F Trump. Kamala Harris. Kamala for president. Kamala for president.
I feel like they're brainwashed, honestly. He's not for us. He can't denounce white supremacy, setting rappers free, pardoning rappers to try to get their...
Shows both. Good for him for showing both. Now, he goes on Psaki, Rob. Play the clip on Jen Psaki. Play the clip on Psaki.
Was there anything, what did they think about Harris? Did they have anything to say about her?
They did have, listen, it depends on where you are. We went to a number of different battleground states in Pennsylvania, Ohio, we were in Michigan, Indiana, on our way, obviously, Illinois, on our way to Chicago. And it sort of depended on where you were. Pennsylvania, well, I shouldn't say Pennsylvania, I should say Philadelphia, was a bit more liberal, and the answers to the questions about her and him were quite different. But for the most part, in Pittsburgh or at the Jersey Shore and in Atlantic City, in Ohio especially, many people did not know who she was. Right? They weren't familiar with her. So I think she has to reintroduce herself to the public. But for him, I think that they thought that he's better for the economy. And that, again, that he brought money into the community or that he was on black people's side.
So, thoughts on that, Chris? You've worked with Don before, and now he's going through this, and the stories on both sides. What are your thoughts on this?
Look,
what happened, Tom?
No, it's like his career's come full circle.
Yeah,
he's back to doing Man on the Street.
I'm not a huge fan of Man on the Street because they are inherently skewed samples. I'm not saying I'm against talking to regular people. That's always the best thing to do if you want to understand what's going on. You always get to the most common class of people if you want to understand the biggest impact. But it's a skewed sample. To speak with confidence about knowing what the black vote is going to do because you talk to 25 people or whatever it is, I think is a little naive. But, Don is not a political expert. And at the end of the day, you always have to think about what's the motivation, okay? Megyn Kelly, we talked about. Don Lemon, we're talking about. What are they trying to do? They're trying to build brands. They're trying to find ways to get appearances on TV so he can get more people following him. He wants to build his follower base, and it's hard. How do you do it? He seems to be, although that was a fair representation of something against Harris's interest, he has been very pro-Harris. And that's a choice. That's a choice. He would not have been allowed to make that choice if he was at CNN. He definitely wouldn't be able to make it at News Nation. But he's trying to build a brand, and picking a side makes it easier.
When's the last time you did Man on the Street?
every time I'm on location covering a breaking event, you'll wind up talking to people in that community. I don't think it is a necessarily insightful way to tell you what's going to happen, let's say, with the black vote in America. Because look, if you just look at his sample, you'd have to believe the black vote's going 80-20 Trump, right? Yeah. And it's certainly going to go at least 80-20 the other way. So what is the value of it? It's provocative. It'll make certain people worried. It'll get wattage. People will watch the clip. Media is a business, and that's.
I will say this, Cuomo. I've done literally thousands and thousands of man on the street. That's how I started. Just, hey, what do you think about it? It was money stuff, then it was political stuff. You remember during the last election? Yeah. We were in Dallas. I've done this. I understand the sample size. A lot of times you take what you can get. Hey, would you want to do an interview, please? But sample size aside, it does seem to me that black men are not playing the identity politics game in a way larger proportion than black women regarding Trump. Why do you think that?
Here's what we know.
Men?
Well, first of all, look, times change, and this is a grievance election. My analysis of the election is one line. If it stays a grievance election, it is Trump's to lose. If the narrative about the election can pivot to what's the best chance that things get better, I think Harris has a chance to win, and it's her race to lose. Right now, it's a grievance election. Absolutely, there are black men in this country, especially in urban centers, who have reasons for grievance. Democrats do not win because of the black male vote, simply. They win because of female black voters over the age of 40. That's why they win. You did not see a huge cross sample of them, although I see him looking at one right now. And it was interesting that the one I heard in the clip was actually countering what her husband was saying about why his vote
was going away. Which is great. That's good.
Look, I'm fine with all of it. I'm fine with all of it. Let the market decide, as we love to say. If people want to watch it, great. Watch it, build up his numbers. But do I believe with Harris in the race now that it is going to move the needle on the black vote? Yes, I do. Why? Because it's not just identity, it's affinity. If she is talking about things that matter more to them in ways that matter to them, and it connects with them, that she gets where they're coming from, as Clinton brilliantly put it, I feel your pain, that's how you get a constituency.
Did you see this, Tom, this morning? New candidates, outsiders are wanting to, can you come in this late? 2 candidates are running for office this late? I don't know if that's even Rob, this is what story is talking about this? What channel is this?
Let me pull it up. Hang on one second.
Why would New York Post and New York Times talk about these 2 candidates can you pull up the campaign on what their slogan is? Pull up their campaign on what their slogan is. Here we go. The latest campaign. Zoom in, Rob. Zoom in. Ellsworth Sosnick 2024. Shut up, you little. It's their slogan.
Well played, guys. Well played.
Rob, can you do me a favor and play the clip so people know where this is coming from? By the way, can you have ever seen this?
Joke.
If that shirt exists and I don't get one in an extra medium before I leave, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Guys, that shirt is here.
I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. You give it to me. I'm wearing it right now.
You got to be kidding.
This guy's getting naked on camera right here. What is happening right now? Ladies, don't look. Look away. You're making a...
Rob, go to my Twitter account. It should be on there right there if you just go on my Twitter.
This is good.
This, finally, something I can get behind.
That's what she...
Ellsworth Sosnick.
Shut up, you little bitch.
This
just what my mother used to tell me.
Have you seen this clip on what happened or no? On the podcast? Is this it, Rob?
We're doing this now?
Oh, my God. We have to show. So on the podcast, this is a couple weeks ago. Adam and Tom are going at it. And next thing you know, okay, Tom, Rob, it's right there. If you just go on my account, you should be able to see it. I retweeted it.
Oh, okay.
I'm texting it to you as well. It's not hard to find. I think it's 6 down. If you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. It's about to come up. Go one more right there. Okay. This is why the campaign started, folks. And you guys talked. Go ahead and play this clip. This is just a very special moment between the two candidates, the president and the VP. Go ahead.
More balanced. Oh, I read.
Tom, what's your point, dude?
I went into the, oh, you're trying so hard, you little bitch. You know, it's like, it's like, you know, Tom, what you have, Tom,
you're the smartest guy in the room. You're rambling on and on and on.
Almost killed Vinny. Almost killed Vinny.
That's why he's not here today. Tom, no shit. Give us what's your point?
Textbooks, baby. So
you can pause it right there. So for those of you that support the Ellsworth and the Sosnick tickets, and you like their slogan, this will be limited merch. We will never sell this again, guys. I'm telling you right now. If you want to go get that gear, 2024, that's the merch right there. It'll sell out. We don't have a big amount of shirts. This is less than 500 shirts that you can go order. So once you order, it's out. It'll be limited edition. People won't see it. But we also have this one, which I freaking love. You'll see me sporting this one here. It's the Future Looks Bright 2024 campaign shirt and the red one. Pick and choose either one of those. You can go on vtmerch.com to place the order, but this is a special one. All right, sounds good.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.